Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Winnebago County Board meeting. Tonight is Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Tonight's invocation and pledge allegiance is by Board Member Brad Limart. Please stand.
Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour and ask for your blessing and help as we gather. We pray for our guidance in these matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desire to find ways to excel in our work. Help us to come together and encourage each other to excellence. We ask that you challenge each other to reach higher and farther to be the best that we can be. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Limart. Mr. Thompson, are there any agenda announcements this evening?
No agenda announcements, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Clerk Gummel, can you please call the roll?
Thank you, Chairman. We will start with Mrs. Crosby. Ms. Fellers. Mrs. Gorel. Mr. Guevara. Ms. Hansard. Mr. Hoffman. Mr. Lindmark. Mr. McCarthy. Mr. McDonald. Mr. Neighbors. Mr. Penny.
Here.
Mr. Salgado. Mr. Scroll. Mr. Sweeney. Mr. Tassoni. Mr. Thompson. Mr. Webster. Mr. Arena. Mr. Booker. Mr. Butita. Chairman, that's 14 board members present, 6 board members absent.
Very good. We have a quorum this evening. Thank you. We do have one. Yes. Oh, that's right. Absolutely. I got a motion to allow Mr. Penny to join this quorum, and Mr. Sweeney seconds that motion. Is there any discussion on that? Mr. Booker, you got your hand up? Oh, okay, very good. All in favor of allowing Mr. Penny to join this quorum, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Welcome, Mr. Penny.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have the public participation. Is there a Mr. John Small present? Anywhere in the audience? Nope. No Mr. John Small. Okay, we'll move on from that. Next is the approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the September 26th and lay over the October 10th, 2024 minutes? Got a motion by Mr. Thompson, second by Ms. Crosby. Is there any discussion on the approval and the layover of the minutes? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to the approval or the layover of the minutes? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Next is the consent agenda, which includes the raffle report and the auditor's report. May I entertain a motion, please? Mr. McCarthy, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any discussion on the raffle report or the auditor's report? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to either report? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Next is the appointments per county board rules. Board chairman appointments shall lay over until the second board meeting after they are first introduced. The first applicant under the Winnebago County Community Health Board is requested that her name be withdrawn this evening until further time because of reasons that she's going to put in a letter to the county board chairman and to the county board of what she's had to endure during this process. So I'm going to approve that recommendation. So Ms. Terry Hinsky has requested the county board chairman to remove her name at this time because of what she has to endure during this process of the application period to be appointed. She said she's going to give me a letter in writing soon, and I will share that with everybody when I receive it. So tonight I will not be reading in the application of Terry Hinsky for the new appointment. Next is the Board of Review. The annual compensation is $31,430.62. Mr. Roy Forshey, that is a new appointment to serve the remainder of a 2-year term for Mr. Thomas Ewing, expiring May 2026. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules on this appointment.
We have a motion by Mr. McDonald, a second by Mr. Sweeney to suspend the rules. Is there any opposition to suspending the rules this evening? Mr. Webster. Opposition? Very good. Any other board members in opposed to the suspension of rules? Very good. The rules are suspended. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Roy Forshey.
Mr. McDonald's motion, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any board discussion on the appointment of Mr. Roy Forshey to the Board of Review? Hearing none, are there anybody, board members opposed to the appointment? Please cast a no for Mr. Webster. Any other board members opposed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all other members present. Thank you. The next appointment to be read in is for the Rockford Area Venues and Entertainment Authority. Annual compensation is none. Placing up Mr. Miles Nielsen, that is a new appointment to serve the remainder of a 5-year term, replacing Gino Ifrate, expiring July of 2027. Very good. Moving on the agenda, we have reports of standing committees. The first is the Finance Committee. Mr. Butita.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, the Finance Committee has 13 items, all ordinances to authorize the levy of property taxes for fiscal year 2025. With your permission, we'll group items 2 through 14 together.
Yes.
Okay, so I move to move those forward and also to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend by Mr. Butita and second by Mr. Thompson. Are there any board members opposed to the suspension of rules for these ordinances placed up this evening? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. The rules are suspended, Mr. Butita.
Okay, then I move then for passage of 13 items, all ordinances to levy property taxes
Motion
for
to approve by-
2025.
Motion to approve by Mr. Butita, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any discussion on these ordinances to authorize the levy? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to any of these ordinances? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present.
That's all we have this evening.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Butita. Next is the Zoning Committee, Mr. Webster.
Thank you, Chairman. Your zoning committee has 2 items this evening. So the first is an ordinance granting site approval of a solar facility. This is one on Tate Road. Let's see my numbers here. Where'd they go? Anyways, this came through zoning committee last evening with the recommendation of denial, and zoning board of appeals the same way. It failed at zoning board of appeals. So for the record, this is the PIN number is 0731-200-006. And that's in County Board District 8. Thank you.
District
5. I got things mixed up here. Sorry.
And that's to be laid over, Mr. Webster?
Yes, so that's in for first reading.
Very good.
Thank you. Okay, back to real business here. The next is a resolution authorizing an adjustment in the per diem for the Winnebago County Zoning Board of Appeals. And this got approved by zoning committee last night, 5-0 for approval. So I would move to approve.
Do we need to suspend the rules on that, or no? We need a motion to suspend the rules, since it's to be laid over.
Okay, make a motion to suspend on this.
We got a motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Webster and a second by Mr. Guevara. Any opposition to the suspension of the rules for this resolution? No?
Just point of order. Does a resolution need a rule suspension?
Thank you, Chairman. Usually it doesn't, but it falls under zoning, so our practice has been even a resolution through zoning has to have a suspension.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, no objection, just.
Yeah, we've done it before.
Very good, thank you. Any objection? No, hearing none. Please cast a yes for all members present. The rules are suspended.
Okay, then I would move to approve resolution.
Motion by Mr. Webster to approve the resolution, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Thank you, that's all we have.
Very good, Mr. Webster. All right, next we have the Economic Development Committee, Mr. Sweeney.
No report tonight, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. Next, Operation Administrative Committee, Mr. Keith McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Operations has 3 items for this evening. 4. The first is a resolution authorizing the execution of a renewal agreement with Blue Cross Blue Shield for the administration of self-funded PPO POS insurance plan, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. McDonald, seconded by Mr. Guevara. Is there any discussion, Mr. McDonald?
Not for me, thank you.
Any board member discussion on this resolution? Very good. Are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our next item is a resolution authorizing the execution of a renewal agreement with Northern Illinois Health Plans for third-party administrative services, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. McDonald, second by Mr. Huffman. Is there any discussion, Mr. McDonald?
Not for me, Mr. Chairman.
Any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our next item is a resolution authorizing the execution of a renewal agreement with Amwins Group Benefits for the administration of a retiree medical and prescription plan, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. McDonald. Is there a second motion? Seconded by Mr. Huffman. Is there any discussion, Mr. McDonald?
Not for me. Thank you, Chairman.
Any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our final item is a resolution awarding replacement of outdoor warning sirens countywide using 2025 operating budget funds, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. McDonald, and second by Mr. Lindmark. Any discussion, Mr. McDonald?
Not for me, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Any board member discussion? Ms. Gorel.
Why have we waited so long? First of all, how many are we having to update?
Is it 36 or 46? 46.
That's still too many.
I agree.
Why have we not been on the stick and been repairing these as they fail?
So Mr. Trent Brass is new to his, or was new to his position at the time. Upon accepting his position, he found this to be in disrepair. Thanks to his leadership, it's now getting fixed.
That's correct.
But in the future, what are we going to plan to keep them fixed the way they should be?
So the same company that's repairing them has offered us, I think it's 3 different maintenance plans moving forward. So operations will be considering those plans, selecting one, so that way we can keep up with the preventive maintenance on them from now
And
on.
how much is this costing us?
It depends which one we pick. I can't say numbers up here right this minute.
All right.
Would you like to add anything, Mr. Brass?
No, thank you. Yeah, the repair cost is to get all the sirens in operation now. Moving forward, they did give a quote as far as preventative maintenance, just for an awareness of like what to budget moving forward. And part of the preventative maintenance program is it's the battery replacement that goes with the outdoor warning sirens. And with the preventative maintenance would be more changing out the batteries like 1/3 of the sirens every year, kind of moving forward. So therefore, the cost wouldn't be as high, like a one-time cost with it.
Thank you. This is a safety problem that we've had because it's for the whole county. And you get farmers out there in their fields, they have no idea that we're going to be having bad weather. So it's what we really need to keep on this, and I'm glad you're going to do it on every year, just do so many and then so many, so that we keep up on them. Thank you.
Mr. Brass, would you please also share with the board Winnebago County's unique position in regards to the sirens?
Yeah, as far as the sirens, Winnebago County owns 79 sirens. Just from a little bit of research, you're one of the few counties that actually owns all of your county, or your sirens, outdoor warning sirens. Some of the neighboring counties, such as like Stevenson County, they just let the villages choose if they want them or not. I think the city of Freeport and Village of Davis own their own sirens, and then they set their own sirens off. Boone County allows their villages to have their own sirens, and then the county there actually activates them. McHenry County basically puts the ownership back on the communities to have their own sirens and activate their own sirens. And Ogle County, the sirens are owned by the nuclear plant, but the nuclear plant's in the process of decommissioning them at all their counties that they have the nuclear sites at due to the cost of maintenance and stuff on that. So they're using some other technology in Ogle County kind of moving forward with that.
Thank you, Mr. Brass. Any other discussion on this resolution for board members? Any questions? Very good. Are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That completes our report.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald. Next is the Public Works Committee. Tonight we have Mr. Webster filling in for Mr. Tassoni.
Okay, I'll fill in for Mr. Tassoni. Hope I get this right. We have 8 items on agenda here tonight. It's all good stuff, so good that it came through the committee with unanimous support on each one of these. So starting out here, we have 24037. It's a resolution authorizing jurisdictional transfer of Bell School Road from Argus Drive to Guilford Road out of the county system and into the city of Rockford street system. No cost to do this.
Motion by Mr. Webster.
Yeah, make a motion to get this on record.
Motion to approve by Mr. Webster, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any discussion?
Not for me.
Any board member discussion on this resolution? Ms.
The
Gorel.
only thing I think I remember is that the county was taking care of a lot of, no, I don't know, it's vice versa. But part of that was never, they couldn't make up their mind who was supposed to take care of this strip, especially when it came to plowing. So I'm glad they finally fixed that and have it all together, instead of one strip being city and one strip being county. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gorel. Any other board member discussion on this resolution? Hear none. Are there any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, 24038, resolution authorizing jurisdictional transfer of Linden Road from Alpine Road easterly for 2,662 feet out of the Winnebago County Highway System into the City of Rockford street system. Once again, this is very similar to the above matter, no cost to us. So I would move on this one.
Moved by Mr. Webster to approve this resolution, and second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Okay, next we have 24039, resolution authorizing execution of an annual professional services agreement with various engineering, structural, geotechnical testing, appraisal services for a cost of $125,000, not to exceed. I'd move for this one.
Motion by Mr. Webster to approve, second by Ms. Hansard. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Very good. Are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Thank you. Number 24040, resolution authorizing a joint funding agreement with the United States Department of the Interior Geological Survey for operations of a stream flow gauging station on the Kishwaukee River. So the cost on this is annual cost is $5,760 over a 5-year annual. And this affects County Board Districts 9 and 11. I would move to approve this one.
Moved by Mr. Webster, second by Mr. McDonald. You had your hand up. And is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Very good. Any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Thank you. Number 6 is 24041, resolution authorizing award of bid for Winnebago road infrastructure improvements, and this is County Board District 1. This is a shared cost, FEMA, $266,366, and the county, $88,788 and change. I move to approve.
Moved by Mr. Webster, second by Ms. Hansard. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Wow. Okay. Number 7 is 24042, and this is a resolution authorizing the award of bid for the elevated water storage tank improvements at the Winnebago County Water District. The cost on this is District 11. The cost on this is $59,600, and this is for some maintenance on our water tower out Baxter Road. And I move for that.
Moved by Mr. Webster, second by Mr. McCarthy. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Okay, thank you. Number 8 on here is 24043. It's a resolution authorizing the award of materials bids for Riverside Boulevard project between Material Avenue and Sage Drive. And the cost on this, the state is $668 and $668,301. And the cost to the county is $30,284. I would move to approve.
128,908.
Pardon me?
Next page.
Oh, I'm 128. Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you.
128,000, yes.
Oh, I see. 128,908. Okay, thank you.
Motion by Mr. Webster,
Motion to approve.
second by Mr. Thompson. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Okay, just like that, we're on the last one. Okay, number 9 is 24044. It's a resolution authorizing the purchase of a utility tractor, and this is at a cost of $30,284.17. And I would move to.
Moved by Mr. Webster, second by Mr. Guevara. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes. Or any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Thank you. That's it for our committee, and that's it for me.
All right, thanks, Mr. Webster. Good job. Public Safety and Judiciary Committee. Mr. Lindmark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 2 resolutions tonight. The first one is a resolution awarding inmate health care services, juvenile detention center, and jail contract extension. And I so move.
Moved by Mr. Lindmark. Do we have a second for the dishwasher? Mr. Hoffman seconds the motion. Not for the dishwasher, that's the next one.
That's not the dishwasher, Chairman.
Mr. Webster got me. All right. It's a sickness up here. All right, so there's a motion and a second to approve this resolution. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Next is the dishwasher.
Yeah, dear to Mr. Chairman Ciccarelli's heart, a resolution awarding replacement dishwasher bid for Winnebago County Jail, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. Lindmark for a dishwasher. Is there a second? Mr. Webster likes the dishwasher. All right. Is there any board member discussion about this resolution to replace the dishwasher? No? Any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Thank you, Mr. Lindmark. You made it very entertaining.
That concludes my report. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right. Next up to bat is Legislative and Lobbying Committee, Mr. Jaime Salgado.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No report. We did meet with our lobbyist, Felsberry Fulcrum now, it's called. So everything went well. We're looking at 2025 priorities. More to come after the veto session and so forward, early January. So that's all we got. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a very good meeting. Thank you. All right, moving on to unfinished business. We have appointments that were read in on September 26, 2024. The first was the Winnebago County Health Department. Annual compensation is none. Ms. Penelope Lichtenberg is a new appointment, and the second, Lori Thompson, is also a new appointment. Is there a motion to approve by Ms. Crosby? Yes. Yes.
Thank you for my point of order, Mr. Chairman. Can we take these separately to allow Mr. Thompson to vote on the first?
Yes. Very good. So we'll take Ms. Penelope Lichtenberg first. Is there a motion to approve? Mr. Guevara, Ms. Crosby. Motions and second
Which
by
one are we approving?
the first, Penelope. So we have a motion and a second to approve. Is there any discussion on the appointment? Ms. Gorel.
Why are we filling these appointments now when this doesn't expire until October of 2025? Did the person decide didn't want to be on the Health Department board anymore? Or did you or did this committee here decide to remove this person before her term was up?
They are both serving expired terms.
Pardon?
They're both serving expired terms currently.
They're both, but they're not expiring until October of 2025, the first one. And the next one is not expiring until October of 2027.
Yeah,
So why are you filling these?
Mr.
Can I
Guevara.
assume they're not going to take place, they're not going to be on the board until like October 2025 or October of 2027?
They are serving expired terms. They have not been reappointed. Their term ends in 3 years, expiring October 25. Would be the next opportunity for them to be reappointed, so we are.
And I'm
not
assuming
reappointing
that
them.
you asked them first if they'd like to remain in that position, or that,
I did not have to ask them to see if they want. They've been serving for
well, we just
20
fired them like that.
We're
Is
not
that
firing
correct?
them.
Yes, you did.
They've served for
They're not getting
26
paid anyway,
years.
so.
Ms. Gorel, they've served for 26 years. And we are going to be giving them an award for their service.
You know, I just, I find this to be a big deal. You're going to give them an award for 20 years of service. That's nice.
26 years.
And you tell them, sorry, we don't need you anymore. Very good, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Guevara? All right, thank you. Is there any other discussion on this appointment for Penelope Lichtenberg? Are there any board members opposed? Ms. Gorel? Is opposition? Any other board members opposed to this appointment? Very good. Please cast a yes for all the members present. Thank you. Next is Lori Thompson, a new appointment. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. Guevara, second by Mr. McDonald. Is there any discussion? Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be abstaining from this vote.
Very good, Mr. Thompson. Is there any discussion on this appointment? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to this appointment? Very good, thank you. Please cast a yes for all members present. And again, I will state we appreciate their service of 26 years, those board members. Very good. Next is the New Milford Fire Protection District, annual compensation not to exceed $1,000. Mr. Walter Anderson, that is a new appointment to be served the remainder of a 3-year term for Robert Sickler, expiring May 2027. Is there a motion? Ms. Crosby, motion, second by Mr. McDonald. This is for Walter Anderson. Is there any discussion on this appointment? Very good. Are there any board members opposed to this appointment of Mr. Walter Anderson? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Next is the Rockford Area Venues and Entertainment Authority for the RAVE, annual compensation none. Reappointing Megan McCoy to serve a 5-year term expiring June of 2029. Is there a motion by Mr. Sweeney, second by Mr. Guevara and Mr. McCarthy Is there any discussion concerning Megan McCoy? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to Megan McCoy being reappointed? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present. Thank you very much. Next is new business. Is there any new business in front of the county board this evening? No hands? Announcements and communications. Clerk Lori Gamal.
Thank you, Chairman. The items listed below were received as correspondence.
Very good. Board member
Chairman?
communications.
Chairman,
Yeah, Mr. Penny.
can I have the floor?
Yes.
All right, I just wanted to give a personal thank you to Troy Krupp and his team. I've had several issues in my district with a variety of things, from chickens and roads, and also to Rockford Township for responding to a lot of different resident concerns in District 9. So I just want to extend a personal thank you to Troy and his team, and also Rockford Township. That's all I've got.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Penny. Any other board member communication? So next Friday, November 1st, will be Danielle's, our communications director, Danielle Grindel's last day at the county. So we want to thank her for her time as communication director. We really enjoyed you in the county, and we wish you well in your new endeavor of family life, full-time, which you well deserved. You had 2 beautiful children at home, so if everyone can just give an applause to Danielle. You'll be missed, Danielle. Okay, Mr. Webster, motions to adjourn, second by the rest of the board. Thompson and Guevara. Any